Hi guys, this is Marcello from Il Falco in Mount Hawthorn, Perth. Today I'm gonna teach you how to make a Margherita pizza at home. So the secret for a great pizza is a great pizza dough. Here at Il Falco, our recipe takes a minimum of 72 hours. However, the recipe that I'm gonna show you today doesn't require that long time. It's gonna be quite simple, you can do it at home. I'm gonna use the KitchenAid mixer to help me out with a hook attachment. However, if you don't have a mixer, feel free to do it by hand. It's just gonna take a little bit longer. So we are going to take our Italian flour, 00 Caputo Blue. We're gonna put it inside our mixer bowl. And then we're gonna add some fresh yeast. We're gonna break it down inside the flour. And we start adding the water. Possibly try to use cold water. It's gonna help you to maintain the temperature of the actual dough low. Now we're gonna add some extra virgin olive oil. We let it mix for about a couple of minutes. Once it starts forming, we're gonna introduce some fine salt. I'm gonna remove our dough from the mixer. This is our dough. As you can see, it's clearly not ready yet. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fold it a few times on its own. That is gonna help us out to build a really strong gluten structure, which ultimately, once we cook it, is gonna help us to maintain all the gases made by the yeast inside the dough, and it's gonna give us a beautiful crust and a chewy center. Pull it and shape it. And as you can see, how I fold it is giving me a little bit of a smoother surface to work on. Obviously, this is gonna require a bit of time and patience, which is one of the main ingredients when making pizza. And once it starts getting a little bit into shape, we just let it rest for 15 to 30 minutes, and then we repeat the process again. Now, after an hour and folding our dough about 4 times, so every 15 minutes, you should have a pretty strong gluten structure and the dough should be ready to be portioned. You should come out with something like that. What we're gonna do now, we are going to portion it into 280 grams portion, which is the perfect size for a 13-inch pizza. If you have a scale, that would be great. Just try to do each bowls around 260 to 280 grams. Otherwise, just cut it down into 6 equal pieces. Now that you have your little portion of dough, what we're gonna do is, with the help of your palm, this area here, we're going to apply pressure on the little bowl. So we're gonna roll it, roll it, roll it. Now what we did is we shape it in a way where the dough is gonna maintain all the gases from the yeast inside the actual shape. And ultimately, once we're going to cook it, we're gonna be able to keep them inside rather than lose them because it hasn't been rolled properly. Now our dough is ready and is being rolled. We put it in our tray. What we're gonna do, we're gonna cover it with our lid and then we're gonna come back to it. So 24 hours have gone by. Now this is how your dough should look like. If you can see, we have a couple of beautiful bubbles. This means the fermentation has been doing their job and we have some beautiful gas stuck inside our dough. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and stretch it, so please follow me. We are now on our stretching bench here at Il Falco. What I'm gonna do is, with the help of a Segalina, which is a really fine flour, we're gonna dust our dough. This is gonna help us out to prevent the actual spatula to stick to the dough and be able to take it out of the tray without too much troubles. Take your dough and we're gonna put it in this Segalina flour. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it over in a way that it touches the flour, and then with the help of our fingers we're gonna just press, 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 press and press. And what we're doing in here, we're pushing the gas into the crust. So once we pushed it out, we flip it over again and we repeat the process, and we are forming a beautiful, nice ring, which is gonna be our crust. And now with the help of your left hand, you're gonna hold your dough, and with the other hand, you're gonna stretch it and twist it, stretch it and twist it, stretch it and twist it. And you're just gonna do this movement. Now our pizza is nicely stretched. Now we're gonna go and put our topping on it. So what we're gonna do is we have here some San Marzano tomato. The San Marzano tomato comes from Italy, is really good tomatoes for pizzas. Don't feel obligated in using that. You can actually use any sort of tomatoes that you like. And then next things we're gonna do is we're gonna put some grated grana padano on top of our pizza. That is gonna help us with a little bit of extra flavor. Grana padano is a original cheese from Italy. Really popular. It's very similar to Parmesan. It's just a little bit more savory. I absolutely love it. And then next step, some fresh basil. Basil on the pizza is never enough, so be generous. That's where all the flavor comes from. And now next step is gonna be our fior di latte cheese, which is made by our friends at La Delizia Latticini. If you cannot source the fior di latte cheese from La Delizia Latticini, you can either find a normal mozzarella cheese from either Coles or Woolworths. Not a problem, it's purely up to you, it's up to your taste. And then the last thing is a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, as well, coming from Italy. A little bit on top of it, and now we are ready to go and cook our pizza. Here we go. Our Negroni and our pizza, nice and crispy. And now we're gonna go and enjoy it. Really good.